Hey guys, so I wanted to show you how to book yourself in on the coaching sessions, the group coaching sessions. So you see here when you open up the form after you've selected the specific day and the time, you'll get sent to this form and you'll be asked to fill in a couple of different things here. And so what's really important is to understand that this is going to be seen by other students afterwards, the coaching session. There will be a recording that will take place. And so when you join here and you put in your name and then you also talk about, we ask you, did you complete week 1 to 2, 1 to 3, or to 8? This is important for me to know. Of course, you should not join the coaching session yet if you haven't completed week 1 and 2. First complete that, and then you can start joining the coaching session. So you might select this, and then which methods does your attendance relate to? And so maybe it relates to both methods, and in that case, I'll show you how to attend a session, both sessions. But let's say, first of all, it might just relate to the semi-indirect and the indirect method. And this is going to be the first hour of the session. So the sessions are 2 hours, and so the first hour we're going to be covering this. And so you selected that, and then here is what is really important for me, is that when you define your question, it's important to think about that this will appear in a text document which future students will be able to then search for. So if a future student, for example, wants to find out how can I fall asleep easier after I've done the semi-indirect method, then you don't want to put in here, I have sleep problems, because that will be a bit different. That will not be something that a student will probably search for. A student will probably search for in our folder structure will probably search for how to fall asleep. So you see here how I put that you should start by writing how to. So start your question or your problem with how to. So whatever issue that you're facing right now with the practice, think about how you can formulate that in words starting with how to. And that will formulate the actual question, which then when future students will search for how to fall asleep, they'll find this specific recording of the specific coaching session and they can get help from that. And so always make sure to structure your question or your difficulties with how to. How to. How do I fall asleep? How do I get deeper? How do I stay awake? How do I get to the vibrational state? How do I use the soundtrack? And so on and so forth. Always start with how to. And then, of course, you can have multiple questions. So it's good to put like a 1, how to fall asleep, then new line 2, how to use the SID soundtrack. 3, blah, 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 and so on. So you can put multiple questions if you put them like this after one another. And then, of course, you want to select which session it is for. And you would have by now selected a specific date and a time in Calendly. And here you just have to select the same date so that we know that the document that will be generated will relate to that specific session. And so let's say that this was your question for the semi-indirect method, but let's say that you also want to know more about the direct method and you actually want to join that hour as well. Then what you have to do is first complete your first question for the method for the first method and click submit. And then you want to click on submit another response. And here you put in your name again and that. And here you select the secondary one. Here is where you select that you also are going to attend the direct method, the second hour. And then you define your question, which will then relate to the direct method. So then in this way, I will know, what question relates to which method, and I'll also know if you're going to attend both hours or just the first hour or the second hour, and in this way. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about how this works and if something is still not clear, please just get in contact with me and I will be happy to help you out.